BBC Breakfast came to a halt on Monday morning, December 16, as Sally Nugent and John Kay shared breaking news on the Royal Mail. BBC Breakfast was interrupted as it shared a breaking news announcement about the sale of Royal Mail. Presenters Sally Nugent and John Kay were back on the famous red sofa on Monday morning, December 16, discussing the latest news headlines across the UK and around the world. But one story that seemed to take precedence throughout the show was Royal Mail's takeover by Czech billionaire Daniel Kretinsky. During a report at 8 a.m. which was classed as breaking news, John and Sally confirmed that the takeover has now been approved. Sally said, "The government has approved the sale of the Royal Mail parent company to the Czech billionaire Daniel Kretinsky. It's understood that the deal worth £3.6 billion will be formally announced later this morning." John added, "The firm was established in the 16th century and privatized a decade ago. Ministers will still have a say in how it is run." Our business correspondent and editor, Simon Jack, has the story for us. Following the announcement, fans of the show had a fair amount to say on social media site X. One disappointed viewer said, "Sadly, this only confirms that the modern Britain, unlike the Britain of old, knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. Well done, sell the Tower of London next." Another viewer said, "The end of everyday delivery and probably the end of letters." Sharing their thoughts on the announcement, a third spectator wrote, #BBC Breakfast running interference for the destruction of the Royal Mail. Meanwhile, a fourth viewer shared their perspective on changing the organization's name and wrote, "The Royal should be removed if it's a private concern." The new change will see the government retain a so-called golden share that requires it to approve any major developments to Royal Mail's ownership, HQ location, and tax residency. Not only this, but the other commitments to unions include workers getting a 10% share of any dividends paid out to Kretinsky, as well as the formation of a workers' group that will meet together monthly with the directors of Royal Mail to give employees a bigger voice on how the company is run overall. Throughout the years, Royal Mail has come under scrutiny from customers as they believe the cost to send mail has gone up, and the company has also received complaints about late deliveries.